marijuana legalization also ushers in the return of the American hemp industry. Get the latest news from the author of Hempbound and Too High to Fail, Doug Fine, in our Hempday Humpday update. All right, take two on Hempday Humpday. I finally found the phone number. We got Doug Fine on the line. Doug, how are you doing?
I am thrilled to be here with you. I love that intro. It's got me fired up.
Thanks so much, man. Doug Fine, of course, is the author of Too High to Fail and Hempbound, and every other Wednesday he joins us to tell us the latest in the hemp movement. So, Doug, what are you up to lately, and what's the latest?
There is so much going on. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, we got you.
By the way, okay, great. I don't know if I mentioned this during our last Hemp Day, but my own state, finally, of New Mexico, we're moving a bit. I gave a 2-day hemp workshop in Santa Fe, the state capital, and there were political players connected, and we have a very GOP-slanted state government right now. And as we've learned in Kentucky, that doesn't necessarily mean bad news for hemp. So we're having to strategize a bit how to do it, but I've drafted the legislation, and a whole team of people are pounding the hallways of our state roundhouse, and I'm hoping my state might be the 20th. Today, to permit hemp cultivation in accordance with the big change last February in the federal farm bill that permits hemp cultivation for research purposes, but that's being interpreted very broadly in places like Colorado and Kentucky and Vermont. And Oregon just today issued its state draft recommendations for how to start its hemp program, so its hemp farmers can plant in the spring. And oh my gosh, Russ, I'm sure you feel this every day, but dreams becoming reality on the hemp cannabis front.
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, when I think of the possibilities for hemp industries in Oregon, you know, I'm always reminded when I drive back to Idaho to visit my folks. I drive that I-84 freeway. It's on the northern border of Oregon, and there's a particular spot once you get off of the gorge and off of the river there where you're in this long stretch of straight, and there's this series of well-spaced and organized trees that are there for the paper industry. These big rows of trees that you can just look down row after row after row. And I can't wait to look down I-84 the next time and be able to see row after row of hemp fields out there taking the place of those paper trees.
It's what you're describing sounds like the cover photo on Hempbound, the book. It's just, you know, let's put it this way. If amber waves of genetically modified grain change over to waving hands of industrial cannabis, we solved our energy, domestic energy issue, because there's our energy from gasification of the fiber right there. And of course, the profits of farmers in the ground is coming from the seed oil industry. Since we last spoke, last week, in fact, I was at the Canadian Hemp Trade Alliance. Talk about an intimidating gig. They had me giving the keynote speech in front of farmers that are growing like 8,000 acres of hemp, 3,000 acres. I mean, people that are up to their shoulders really doing this thing, and it's growing 24% per year in Canada. They can't keep up with the acreage for demand. It's passing $1 billion in value, the overall Canadian market this year, and just from seed and seed oil products. And the reason why it's growing so fast is that the world is discovering the health values of the hemp plant. One of the talks that was given at that Canadian Hemp Trade Alliance convention was a University of Manitoba food researcher who broke it down. We all heard, oh, it's good for you, omega balance. He showed you. Hemp with every other oil, from olive oil to nut oils like walnut oil, flax oil, all of it. And there it was, that perfect 3-to-1 omega-6, omega-3 balance, including a kind of omega-6 called GLA that's crucial in formation of cell walls in our immune system, that is basically only in significant quantities in hemp oil. So it truly is a superfood. And the farmers in the ground in Canada are making 5 times what they were making from the GMO cycle crops prior to that. So it's to their advantage to switch over, and to American farmers' advantages too. And of course, that includes Oregon starting this year.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned that they're primarily concentrated on seed oil crop and the nutritional uses of hemp seed. Are they ignoring the textile uses, the building material uses, or they're just not profitable yet?
they're ignoring the fiber uses to their detriment, and they know it. In fact, the punchline for my keynote, like the recurring joke, was that I'm trying to prod you Canadians to start doing something with your fiber. They're burning it in the field because it's such a strong. We all know, those of us who have read Jack Lair and all of it know how strong the hemp fiber is, and it's because they aren't taking the time to market the fiber. They're only doing the seed oil. They're not even bothering to churn it under and bury it because it's such a strong fiber that it's damaging their harvesters. So they're just burning it in the field, which is not good. They know it's not good. Like from the podium and during the fiber talks and all the politically connected hemp farmers, they all admit it. They know. The funny thing about it, and I found this when I was researching Hempbound, it's the opposite in Europe. In Europe, they're being dragged kicking and screaming into the oil market because they just have done fiber forever. They know fiber. My hemp shirt today is made from European hemp fiber. They know fiber. Before I forget, Russ, one of the really interesting developments, and we may have touched on this last time, is a fiber application that is already taking hold in the U.S. It's based on a recent study, and I met the researcher at this Canadian Hemp Trade Alliance. His name is Ji Lee, and he is part of a team that discovered that for next-generation batteries, this nanotechnology stuff that's very up to now had been very environmentally unfriendly to produce and very expensive to produce, but it produces these things called supercapacitors, which are going to, in the next generation batteries, allow us to charge all our homes in 10 minutes, our cars in 5 minutes, and our phones in a matter of seconds. It turns out that when you hammer hemp into one atom-thick carbon wafers, the shape of the hemp molecule results in slightly better performance than what has been used at 1/1000th of the cost and no toxicity, of course, because it's hemp. So that's thrilling enough, right? Mm-hmm. But already farmers in the U.S., a Colorado farmer I met named Jim Bremer, is selling his harvest this year. Seed harvest is why he grew, but what's he doing with the fiber? He's selling it to a local Colorado high-tech company who wants to use the fiber for research in next-generation environmentally sustainable batteries. So we're in excited, as parent, I feel like we're in exciting times and humanity's got a real shot.
Yeah, it seems like it's coalescing at the right time. People are becoming more aware of the damage to the environment, to the climate. They're becoming aware that they can't just waste fossil fuels like they used to. And at the same time that awareness is happening, these technological innovations are happening with the hemp plant that provide the answer that we're looking for. Do you have a problem sometimes, though, of people thinking it's too good to be true?
Only myself, only in trying to, because I'm a cynical journalist with 20 years experience at this point, Russ, and so it's my job to be skeptical, to be rigorous when I investigate a new topic. And 5 years of field research is showing that my roommate with the lava lamp that was ranting about hemp didn't even go far enough.
Yeah.
It's better than we thought.
That's amazing. Doug Fine is, of course, the author of this fantastic book, Hempbound, Dispatches from the Front Lines of the Next Agricultural Revolution, and the New York Times bestseller, Too High to Fail. Where are you headed next, Doug? What's up next for you?
A busy December, the Emerald Cup in Northern California. I'll be talking hemp. Showing some of my slides from the harvest, first legal harvest. Sorry for the background noise here. It's beautiful silver city in Africa. Her birthplace is Billy the Kid, by the way. So at the Emerald Cup, I'll be showing some of the slides from Slovenian hemp harvest, Kentucky hemp harvest, all part of a hemp-printed first legal modern hemp harvest document that I'm putting together along with Morris Beagle of Colorado Hemp Company, partly on American-grown hemp in the spring. So I'll be showing some of those slides, and then I'll be on a panel as well with the legendary Native American hemp activist John Trudell, and we'll be talking hemp and taking hemp questions there in Sonoma. I think that's December 14th. Then I'm going 2 days to Oregon. Hopefully I can cross paths with you there, and talking to the state about implementation of hemp and how to best do it. I really want to be involved in that because I care a lot about Oregon. And then off to Düsseldorf, Germany, where a nice, well-established hemp company called Hemp Pro wants me to come and give a hemp-bound talk on, especially on the American situation to their company holiday party. So, heck, free trip to Germany, whatever, I'll take it.
Hey, sounds like a good trip, man. All right, well, when you get to Oregon, let me know. We'll hook up, get you in the studio perhaps, and we always look forward to the Hempday update. 2 weeks from now, we'll hear about Emerald Cup and everything else that's going on in your life. Doug Fine, thanks so much for joining us here and being a part of the show.
Are you kidding? It's an honor. One of the best journalists out there, Russ Belville. Not just in this topic of cannabis, but you'd be a top-notch journalist in whatever field you focus on.
Thank you, man.
For having me.
I appreciate that. All right. Well, stay tuned, folks. When we come back, we've got the anti-drug public service announcement of the day, and then we're joined with Roselda Neufville from High Def Transit, an interesting business opportunity happening in the Bay Area. You're listening to The Russ Belville Show on 420radio.org.
You're tuned into The Russ Belville Show, the voice of the marijuana nation.
420 Radio, turning red states and blue states green. You know Herb Thrasher from the Herb Thrasher Flower Hour. Now get ready for Herb Age Designs for the proud cannabis consumer. Herb Age Designs, lifestyle gear for the 420 friendly. Herb Age Designs, we've got Frisbee golf discs and durable hemp gear. Herb Age Designs, we've got shot glasses, drinking glasses, coffee mugs, and beer cozies. Check us out on Facebook and online at herbagedesigns.com. And follow Herb Age and Herb Thrasher on Twitter. In the interest of fair and balanced journalism, the Russ Belville Show presents the anti-drug public service announcement of the day.
I helped murder families in Colombia.
It was just innocent fun.
I helped kidnap people's dads. Hey, some harmless fun.
I helped kids learn how to kill.
I was just having some fun, you know.
I helped kill policemen.
I was just having fun.
I helped the bomber get a fake passport.
All the kids do it. I helped kill a judge. I helped blow a building.